I removed these limiting beliefs in my life, and I was able to make $23,000 in a single month, helping online coaches scale up their coaching business. My name's Isaac. Today, if you watch this video, genuinely, it doesn't matter what business you're in, especially if you're an online coach, this is extremely useful for you, but any business you're in, this will be extremely beneficial because you have key limiting beliefs removed. You understand what may have been holding you back, frankly speaking. So, what do I do first and foremost? Isaac, 20 years old, I help online coaches make more money. I'm in Dubai right now. My friends are driving the G-Wagon. We just spent a nice day with that. And going back to London next week, just full of energy, ready to get not back to work because we've been working, but it's been amazing. And yeah, I'm filming this video today because a lot of the times as entrepreneurs, as online coaches, we're working extremely hard. We're working very, very hard every single day, but we feel like we're moving nowhere. We feel like we're moving nowhere. We're just in quicksand. We're trying. God knows we're trying, but we're not getting anywhere. And oftentimes it's just due to our mindset, our limiting beliefs. Now, the first thing I need you to really understand, like truly understand this with me, take this in, take some notes or something, is that there are infinite realities. I've said this in my short form content, and I'll say this again in my long form. There are infinite realities. We live in a world of infinity, infinite realities, abundance. What do I mean when I say there's infinite realities? It essentially means there's a version of you that's a billionaire and a version of you that's homeless, a version of you that's depressed, a version of you that is married with 4 kids, a version of you that's married with 6 kids, there's a version of you that's a doctor, there's a version of you that's a business person, there's a version of you that is the current you. So if we truly understand that there's infinite realities, bearing in mind, we can extrapolate that back to the Bible. I'm a Christian myself, and we know that in the Bible, God said he made everything. God made everything, right? And so if he made everything, he'd have to have made infinite realities. If this is the case, then you need to truly understand there's the exact desired reality that you want. Let's say that's traveling around the world, making money online. Let's say that's being a manager in your corporate job. Let's say that's being a high-ticket closer. Let's say that's being an online coach, making $50,000 per month. That's some of my clients. Let's say that's just being able to make $12K a month as a high-ticket closer. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what your desired reality is. Maybe it's the love of your life. But the fact of the matter is, your desired reality, exactly what you want to achieve, it's out there. It's possible. God made it. God made that reality. But the question is, you're not on the current frequency of that reality, because if you were, you'd be living the life that you want to live. So now if we understand that there are infinite realities and that we need to craft our desired reality, the first thing I need you to understand is that the universe, God, the world, loves clarity. Again, note that down. God loves clarity. If God loves clarity, if you don't truly know what you want, then there's no point even doing any business work. You're running on a treadmill. You're not going anywhere. Genuinely, I'm being honest with you. Oftentimes, in fact, I was in a mastermind last week, and I was speaking to Chris Behrman, a mentor of mine. Speaking to him, and I was like, Chris, just speaking to him, asking him questions, getting insights, guidance, and he said to me, Isaac, what type of business do you want to build? Genuinely. What type of business do you want to build? Do you want a business that's maybe extremely high profit, makes 50K a month, consulting maybe? But of course it's very, very reliant on you. Or do you want a business, maybe it's making millions of dollars per year, but you have a massive team and you have a lot of costs, you have ad spend? What do you want? What type of business do you want to build? But then the question really is to you, watching this video, what type of life do you want to live? Do you even know that? Do you deep down know that? Genuinely. Because if you don't know that, then you might as well forget it. You might as well not try to work towards these goals that you have, because you don't even have clarity in what you want to achieve. But then look, once you sit down for a while and actually think, I know exactly what I want to achieve, and you have clarity, you now need to understand and think for yourself, what is the identity of the person that has that? Because in school, we're taught to do something, to have something, to become someone. We work hard and revise in our maths test. we then get a good math score, and then we become good at maths. Fly just slapped me in the face. But, there's the G-Wagon. But the reality of life is, you need to become somebody to be able to do something to have what you want to have. You need to become good at maths within yourself, know deep down in your identity that you're good at maths, to be able to perform the necessary actions to be good at maths, to then have a great test score. Let's talk about business now. You need to become and assume the identity of the person who makes $100,000 per month, to then do the things that the person that 100K per month, who makes 100K per month does, to then have $100,000 per month. And you need to really understand not only who is the identity of this person, but what does it feel like to be this person? Because another thing is, someone said, like, with all these Rolexes, cars, houses, the things you're chasing, the monetary metrics, 100K, 10K a month, 5K a month, 20K a month, that's not really what you want. You want the feeling that it gives you. You're not looking for the amount of money, you're just looking for the feeling. What does more money give you? A feeling of freedom, autonomy. It gives you a feeling of peace. So then you need to actually think about these feelings and actually sit down and really meditate over these feelings and feel these feelings now, because I can feel happy now if I really focus on it for enough time. And I can also feel sad now if I listen to enough sad songs. So you can feel what you want to feel now, and that feeling will then allow you to become that person. So that's the first limiting belief I had to remove. The fact that we live in a world of scarcity, where the reality is we have a world of abundance and there's infinite realities, which means we can achieve whatever we want to achieve. That's the first. Now, the second, just so I get it right. This one, Luke Belmar hit me years ago, 1, 2, 3 years ago maybe. This one hit me. The life you live is the life you chose. The position you're in right now, you chose to be in that position. And I'll be honest, now I might get some people saying, yeah, but what if I'm this? What if I'm in this position? What if I didn't even do this? What if someone backstabbed me? What if so? But the fact of the matter is, if you don't take responsibility for your life, you always have someone to blame, genuinely speaking. You always have someone to blame. There's always someone to blame. There's the wind to blame, the news to blame, the politics to blame, the government to blame, the tax to blame. There's always someone to blame. So if you're always looking for someone to blame, you're never gonna get to where you wanna get to. The life you live is the life you chose. But then on the back of that, if the life you live is the life you chose, and if you're in a bad pitch situation, that means you can choose a good life. You need to become the architect of your future. You need to really actively, every single day, ask yourself, are the actions I'm taking contributing towards getting to where I want to go? And if they're not, cut them out. The inputs, and I'm going to get into another point on this later on, but the inputs you're consuming every single day, they're significantly important. I'm telling you guys, man, genuinely. But the day you realize like it's you versus you, it's only you, and there's no one else that exists but you, you're going to realize you have infinite power to do whatever you want, but you just need to decide. For example, you don't try and go to the club. You don't try and get drunk. You don't try and smoke weed. You don't try and have meaningless sex. You don't try and be lazy. Frankly speaking, you just decide to. You decide to go and step out to the club. You decide to procrastinate. It's not just, it doesn't just happen, right? And so you frankly need to understand that the life you live is the life you chose, and you can make a serious change. You can only have what you already have. You can only have what you already have. And what I truly mean by this is there's 3 planes. There's the spiritual, the mental, and the physical plane, right? And the physical plane is what you're doing right now. I'm talking, I'm filming this video, but this video happened a long time ago. It's happened in my mind and it happened in the spirit, right? But what I'm saying is this, right? Oftentimes people set goals, which is very important. Goals are important, right? But they pedestalize their goals. They say, I want to hit 100K in a month, or 10K in a month, or 5K in a month, or 20K, whatever it is, whatever monetary goal it is, or whatever it is, right? But because they're working towards this goal, they pedestalize it, they put it so far away from them, they idolize it to the point where this goal is so far from them, they can't achieve it. Remember, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your standards. So what you need to do is understand that you need to do is understand that you can't have what you don't already have, which means you need to get your goals, get the goals right here, and minimize them, neutralize them. The reason why we rented this G-Wagon today is to minimize the G-Wagon. It's just a flipping car. The reason why you travel is to minimize these places, and you have this idea of, oh my gosh, Dubai, Bali, New York, Berlin, where it is. But then you go and you're like, it's just another beautiful place. I was able to experience great memories with my friends and my people. I was able to work hard, but it's not this far place. When you hit these monetary goals, you realize, damn, it wasn't as hard as I thought. Or maybe it was hard, but you got there eventually, right? You need to minimize all your goals and realize they are normal. It needs to happen naturally. So everything, I always say naturally. That's one of my favorite words. Now, the final limiting belief or mindset shift I had to have to 23K in a month, cash collected. This is, for me, one of the most important ones. Input and output. There's a powerful video by so-and-so or somebody, I'm not gonna say who, he knows who he is. It's called The Reason Why You're Unhappy. And in this video, he says the reason why you're unhappy is because you're focused on the wrong things. Honestly, look, you're focused on the wrong things. People are lonely and don't have a girlfriend. They're like, oh, I don't have a girlfriend, I'm so depressed. People have look in the bank account and like, oh, I don't have money, oh no, why, I don't have money. People look at their life and like, oh, I'm out of shape, oh no, I'm out. The fact of the matter is, you're focused on the wrong thing. You're focused on the output rather than the input. If all you did was focus on the input, the persistent pursuit of progress every day, work, input, head down, while using the output as more of like an iterator to say, this action may not be the best, let me take a new action. Or this action is good, but let me tweak it a bit. You would succeed. You need to understand that success is guaranteed, speed is not. That even means success is guaranteed to the point where speed is not, you might go so slow and not get to your success, you end up dead. And then your dreams die with you. But success is still guaranteed. What am I trying to say here? You need to just focus on doing the inputs as quickly as possible. You get an idea, you implement it. You get an idea, you implement it. Inputs versus outputs. Don't focus on the output. Don't focus on, oh no, I haven't done this. Oh no, why am I not in this position? Have I done what I needed to do? Deep down, if you ask yourself, I don't think you have. Deep down, there's something you're running from where it's like, I know there's this piece of work I need to do, and if I do this piece of work, it could contribute to my business. If I do X, Y, Z, if I DM my clients more, or if I do more sales calls, if I post more reels, or if I post more ads or test more ads, if I have X, Y, Z, I'll get to my goals. So don't run away from the stuff you need to do. Do what you need to do. That being said, these key limiting beliefs, I have removed them, and I still have so much work to do. I still have so many problems in my life. I still have so much weight on my shoulders, but I know in the Bible it says, count it all joy when you go through diverse tests. I'm never gonna stop, so I can't lose. I'm never gonna stop, so I can't lose. You watching this video, if you finish this video, I'm glad you did. If you're an online coach, just book in a call, we can help you out. And if you're an entrepreneur, just follow me, man. We're documenting this whole journey. And I love you guys so much. God made, God paid. Have a great day and take care of yourself.